Hello guys, welcome back to class. Right, so the last time we solved a problem that has to do with um, transforming a word problem into fractions, right? And that was a long one, right? So you can do well to watch that very video if you've not done that. So this very one said, when painting a lounge, I used half a liter. So I want to underline keywords that will help us here while solving. I used half a 3-liter can to complete the first coat of paint, and then used 2/3 of what was left to complete the second coat, right? So let's actually interpret. So it means the first coat. Okay, I don't know how I leave all this space here, so let's use it. First coat, right? In the first coat, he or she, okay, let's say he used half a 3-liter. Okay, someone will say, well, gender equality. Okay, let's use she. Let's use she. So she used half a 3-liter, which means we have half a 3-liter means 3 divided by 2, right? So which means that the first coat rather, is equal to 3/2. Now, second coat. The second coat is equal to, she used 2/3 of what was left, right? 2/3 of what was left. Remember, we started off with 3 liters, right? We started off with 3 liters, and then in the first coat, she used 3/2. So second quote is trying to say that they used 2/3 of what was left. So I think the best thing to do is to find what was left. So leftover will now be the 3 liters we started with minus the amount they used for the first quote. Remember, you can easily change it to 1 here, right? So let's apply our equivalent fraction like I always say. So we have leftover is equal to, what can I do so that I want to get 2 here, right? I have 2 here already, because to add or subtract, I keep saying this, that the denominators must be the same. So in that case, I'm going to do 3 times 2 over 1 times 2 minus 3 times 2 over no, there's no need multiplying this one, sorry. So this should be 3/2. So our leftover right here is equal to 6/2 minus 3/2, and this will give us what? It will still give us 3/2, right? So leftover is 3/2. Now the question said that for the second quote, she used 2/3 of what was left. What we have left is 3/2, and then she used 2/3, that 2/3 of what was left to complete the second quote, right? So let's go ahead and interpret. So that means that second quote equal to 2/3, that's 2/3 of leftover. Is it 2/3 or 2/3? Alright, I don't really understand what I'm saying. I'm calculating, so don't mind the way I call them. Is it 2/3 or 2/3? So second quote is equal to 2/3 times our leftover is 3/2, right? So that the second quote is equal to what? Second quote, 3 here, 1, 3 here, 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, 1, right? So that means we have 1 liter left, right? I think I should attach the units to it, right? So 3/2 liters, right? So we now have 1 liter left. Now 1 liter left, right? So what's the question again? So what are we trying to find? It said how much paint was left, right? How much paint was left after both coats were completed? How much paint was left after both coats were completed? Now, remember that the first coat made use of 3/2. The second coat made use of what was left, which was used 1/3 That's 3 over 2 of what was left, right? So let's now see how much paint was left. So paint left. Remember that the leftover was 3 over 2 liters, right? Out of 3 over 2 liters, they made use of what? Of 1, right? They made use of 1. So how many is now remaining? So I can easily just say, I can just do 1 minus 3 over 2, or rather 3 over 2 minus 1, yeah. 3 over 2 minus 1, so 3 over 2 minus 1. Remember that this is what we started with, and then we used 2 over 3 of what was left, and that gave us 1 liter. Now, to make things easier, just know that this 3 over 2 is equal to 1.5, right? 3 over 2 is something as 1.5. If you use your long division method, right, to place 3 here, place 2 here, 2 divided by this will give us 1. You put, nothing can go again, right? You're going to have 0 here, so you have point. Now 30 divided by 2 is going to give us 15. What am I even solving? Sorry. Sorry about this. 2 divided by 3 is 1, so 1 times 2 is 2, so let's subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1, right? Can it go now? No, I put my point, then put my 0 here. 10 divided by 2 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10. So you could see that 3 over 2 is something as what? 1.5, right? So the paint left, or we can just continue making use of our fraction since we'll be making use of fraction, but someone can just say 1.5 minus 1, which is equal to 0.5, but no problem, let's continue. This is 3 over 2 minus 1 over 1. Then we're still going to make use of our equivalent fractions, right? So I have that paint left is equal to 3 over 2 minus 1 times 2 over 1 times 2. Equivalent fraction at work, equal to 3 over 2 minus 2 over 2, which is equal to what? 1 over 2. So the paint that will be left, is equal to 1 over 2 liters, which is equal to 0.5 liter, right? So the same answer. So what will be left is 0.5 what? Liter. So let's recap. So the question, 3 liter was used to complete the first coat, 2/3 of what was left to complete the second coat. So how much was left? So I did first coat used 3 divided by 2, that's half of 3 liter. So that's how I got my first coat. Then the second coat was dependent on how much that was used before. So leftover is 3 over 1 minus what we've used, and the leftover also gave me 3 over 2. Then they said that the second coat used 2/3 of what was left, right? So that's how I got this. Very quick one. So I have second coat, right, is 2 over 3 of our leftover. So second coat is 2 over 3, and I got 1 liter, right? So they are now asking us what is left. Remember, this is what we had before we went ahead to coat before and before, too much before. This is what we had before, right? But we'll have to do our second coat, and that's 1 liter, right? So 3 over 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 over 2, and that will give us what? 0.5 right there. So the video is already long, but I just hope you understood what we solved right here. So in our next class, we're going to continue with solving more problems on this, right? Yeah, so see you in the next class. Remember, this is 6 more tutors where learning knows no limits. Bye bye. Don't forget, this is 6 more tutors where learning